Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Pro Diamond Dab of the day. Today is Friday. Hello, everybody. Well, as always, if you enjoyed today's topic, please don't hesitate to join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Join the Senior Stoner family. Send a like my way, please, and comments are always appreciated. Stress. It affects us all. But you may notice symptoms of stress when you're disciplining somebody during a busy time of the workday or a regular day, managing your finances, or coping with a challenging relationship. Stress is everywhere. While a little stress is okay, and some stress is actually beneficial, too much stress can wear you down and make you sick, both mentally and physically. What do you think of that? First step to controlling stress is to know the symptoms of stress. But recognizing stress symptoms may be harder than we think. Most of us are so used to being stressed, we don't even know we are stressed until we're at the breaking point. So what is stress? Stress is the body's reaction to a harmful situation, whether it's real or perceived. When you feel threatened, a chemical reaction occurs in your body that allows you to act in a way to prevent injury. This reaction is called flight or fight, or the stress response. And during the stress response, your heart rate increases, breathing quickens, muscles tighten, blood pressure rises. You've gotten ready to act. It's how you protect yourself. Cavemen. Think cavemen. But stress means different things to different people. What causes stress in one person might be of little concern to the other. Some people are better able to handle stress than others, and not all stress is bad. In small doses, stress can actually help you accomplish tasks and prevent you from getting hurt. For example, stress is what you get to slam on the brakes to avoid hitting the car in front of you. It's a good thing. Our bodies are designed to handle small doses of stress very well. So are our minds. But we're not equipped to handle long-term, chronic stress without negative consequences, unfortunately. So now we got to look at the symptoms of stress. Stress can affect all aspects of your life, your emotions, your behaviors, your thinking ability, and your physical health. No part of the mind or body is immune. But because all people handle stress in different ways, symptoms of stress can vary widely. Symptoms can be vague and may be the same as those caused by medical conditions. So it's important to discuss them with your medical professional. You may experience a number of symptoms with your stress. Emotional symptoms can consist of being easily agitated or frustrated and moody, feeling overwhelmed, like you're losing control or need to take control. Sound familiar? Having difficulty relaxing or quieting your mind. Am I very familiar? Feeling bad about yourself, like low esteem, being lonely, feeling worthless and depressed. Boy, ding, ding, ding. And avoiding others. These are some symptoms of emotional symptoms of stress. Now, physical symptoms of stress are very important to be aware of. Low energy, headaches, upset stomach, diarrhea, constipation, nausea. By the way, that happens to me. Aches, pains, intense muscles, chest pain, and rapid heartbeat. You ever have an anxiety attack? Think about it. Insomnia, frequent infections, nervousness and shaking, cold or sweaty hands and feet, dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, clenched jaw, grinding teeth. Boy, I checked off every one of those boxes. That's not good. The cognitive symptoms of stress: constant worrying. Gee, wonder who does that. Racing thoughts, forgetfulness and disorganization, inability to focus, poor judgment, being pessimistic or seeing only the negative side. And finally, Behavioral symptoms of stress can include change in your appetite, either not eating or binge eating, procrastinating and avoiding responsibilities, an increased use of alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs, and exhibiting more nervous behaviors such as nail biting, fidgeting, and pacing back and forth. You know, unfortunately, I've talked about every single thing I just spoke about. Every one of those manifestations or symptoms I've had or do have, and many of you out there have. So, now we have to think, with all these things, with all the list of negatives I just list of all the horrible things that can happen from stress, it can even be worse than that, because there are long-term consequences. You see, a little stress now and then is not that big a deal to be concerned about. But ongoing, chronic stress can cause or exacerbate many serious health problems. You can have mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, or a personality disorder, cardiovascular disease, heart disease, blood pressure issues, heart rhythms, heart attack, obesity and eating disorders, sexual dysfunction, skin and hair problems, gastrointestinal problems, irritable bowel syndrome, ding, ding, ding. But you know what? I just listed all the horrible things that are attached to stress that we might not have thought about. Physical, mental, psychological, all these things are weaving around, looming behind us in a world of stress. But there's help. We do live in a cyclical world, so if you go around like this, every time you come up to the top like a Ferris wheel and go over, you have hope and you have opportunity. Stress is a part of life. We've discussed that. What matters most about stress, since everybody has a flavor of it, is how do you handle it? The best thing you can do, I think, to prevent stress overload and health consequences is to be in touch and know your symptoms. My IBS, my clenched teeth, my blood pressure, my back, all these things can tie into stress. Well, you know what? I need to be aware of that. For all you out there, you need to find out what your triggers are. What are your stressors out there? Because guess what? If you or a loved one or a friend is feeling overwhelmed by stress, please take a few minutes, think about what really is bothering you. If you can't figure it out yourself, get help. Seek a doctor's help, please, because many symptoms that look like they're symptoms of stress could be other much more difficult health issues. Please get looked at, talk to someone. You know, there's another thing you got to remember about stress, and it was part of what I said. Lonely is stressful. Being alone is very stressful. So contact people. Try to find some people in your life. Put people in your life. That is the mission. And that can help you with your stress. This has been the Real Senior Stoner talking about, frankly, one of the most horrible things that happens in a person's life, stress. And one of the most horrible things that happens in a personal life is you can't deal with it, or you don't deal with it, and it gets worse. So my advice to everybody out there who has stress, deal with it. Focus on it. Microscopically put that microscope right on top of it and get to the root of what the stress is. Find out the cause of your stress. Find out the root of your stress. Try to minimize it so you can maximize your life and the joys around you. This has been the Real Senior Stoner. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget to join the Senior Stoner family. Cheers, everybody. And let's get in touch with our stress. Cheers. thanks for joining me today for my diamond dab of the day. Have a great afternoon, everybody, and a wonderful night. Cheers.